Real quick, I could give you 40 years of a background, but I started when I was in the mailroom over at KTTV, and the job opened up being a electrician, and it just all of a sudden we were doing the show Maud, rigged it. Black set, one light, all of a sudden 45-degree Paramount lighting. I was hooked. A lot of paths opened up doing show like actually I started off doing Good Times. I've got a list. I got to say, is actually too much. But the more I got into it, the more I learned. Tommy Shamp showed me the way, and I later on moved over to Universal Studios, and that opened up more and more doors. Just being around Alan Davio. And a lot of the cinematographers, on my lunch hour is actually going over there to see what they were doing. I have to say, I was learning on the job, and it was, and still is, very much experience. Anybody that wants to get into cinematography, they need to shoot as much as possible. Make sure that you learn the art of communication, because the people that you work with, they're going to be doing that type of work. Producers, directors, production designers, your fellow cinematographers. Like the cinematographers that are up against, we're all together. I think there's 6 of us. We're all friends. And if somebody else wins, it's cool. If I win, that's cool. And it's a big love fest. Learn the equipment as much as possible. Take some classes, but if you can work in a rental house, that like Panavision, they have incredible amount of information for you. And you're in the middle of the hub of packing and unpacking, and you'll get your due. A couple of years ago, I did a show for Netflix called The Ranch, and it was kind of game-breaking because when the producers asked, we usually go in for some kind of interview, and so. But they caught me by surprise because they wanted it to be the darkest comedy on the air, and they wanted to make it groundbreaking. Fortunately, out of the 4 years, we were nominated 3 times and won. We were nominated 4 times and we won 3 times for cinematography, a multicam class. And they let me go and do my thing. It was a lot of fun. The cameras, the lighting, LED, more sensitive, more range, doing experimental lighting from soft lighting to hard lighting. And sometimes you can't do it on your own. You got to do it on production time. And that's because in our classification, we're only on camera to do an episode 2 days a week. And they don't bring camera people in the other 3 days. So you got to be ready. Well, just this last weekend, something that caught me by surprise. I didn't get all the information from the script, and from the beginning at 7 o'clock call to noon, I was doing catch-up and lighting as we saw the blocking. And normally I would have a run-through on Wednesday and didn't have that. It took all what I know, how I've learned it, and be able to communicate to my crew what we need to do. And I think it turned out okay. Make sure you're 15 minutes early and know where the equipment is at all times. And if you're first to second assistant, just be attentive. You're a team. If you've got more than one camera on set, help out your local brothers. I mentor young folks now, and I give them a leaf and just show them kindness. I think it's really important. You're only as good as your last shot, and just stay on point.